Hey guys, Ralph here, True Power Trumpet Fitness, and welcome to Fabulous Friday. Yeah, I have played it today, taught a couple lessons, done some kettlebell, the whole thing. And you saw the thumbnail, the women's movement. Talk about that in a second. Let me honk a couple notes and then we'll get to it. Yes, people are calling. Hang on.
You've reached True Power. We can't get to the phone right now. Please leave your name, number, and a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
No problem. This is my office, so I get a lot of phone calls. Anyway, that is Wide Open Double C's and Trumpeter's Lullaby, Caress the Baby. We've all played that before. That is, and if you young guys, if you haven't played it, get a hold of it. It's wonderful. The reason that was on my stand, it just happened to be there. I am one of my middle school students is preparing that for an audition, and it happened to be there. But it's a beautiful thing, and it made me think of one of the most gorgeous recordings I have ever heard for trumpet. Some of you maybe have heard it or not, I don't know. It is not mainstream out there. I'm not sure if you can get it anymore, but it is on the internet. And it is Doc Severinsen. It's called Lullabies and Good Night. Now, I'm not sure if it was the birth of Doc's child. I think it was the birth of a grandchild. I think. But he made this whole tape. It was a tape at the time, a little cassette tape. That's how old it is. But it is on the internet of just lullabies. Baba Black Sheep, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and he finished with Trumpeter's Lullaby for his, I believe it was a grandchild. And guys, needless to say, the arrangements were done by Jeff Tyzik. And, you know, the best people in LA, you know, cello and strings and just gorgeous. Most of it was on trumpet. There was a little flugelhorn. It just beautiful playing. Now, it's not dazzle you with technique and knock the walls down, but that is a beautiful, beautiful piece of trumpet playing. Just like Mel Broyle said, Doc could caress the baby. Lay down your sword and dagger and caress the baby. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Now, why are more women not in the trumpet field? Okay, there have been some good ones, and there have been some excellent ones. Now, I taught elementary band for a long time. It wasn't exclusively elementary band. I taught everything from elementary right up to college, but elementary band. And the first day in fourth grade when you're passing out the instruments, for some reason, all the girls are drawn to the flute. They just are. I don't care. I mean, I'm not telling them it's heavy or anything like that. I have had some girl trumpet players that have done very well, but they just seem like they are drawn to the flute. And I'm not sure if it's a genetic thing or whatever. I don't know. The sound draws them to it, or, you know, one of their friends gets it, so all their friends want to, you know, all the girls want to do it. But sure enough, the first day of band, when everybody gets their instrument, we got all boys in the drummers, all boys and a couple girls in the trumpet. And you look over to your left, it's just as far as the eye can see, all girls playing flute. Okay, so why don't they go to the trumpet? Who knows? But I am here to tell you, there is no reason in the world that we can't have a female Maynard Ferguson. None. None. It is not about brute strength. Strength has something to do about it. Something to do with it. Absolutely right. I mean, Jerry, stays most of the day on the couch, Jerry Callett, and his strength is a fraction of what it was, so he doesn't play the trumpet anymore. It takes too much out of him. There is a physical component to it, but it is not to the point that it should leave women out of the fray. It just isn't. Now, there have been some very, very successful women trumpet players over the years. I mean, very. The first one that I can remember, and these aren't all of them. Trust me, there's more. And if you want to give me some other down there, you may. The first one that I remember was Susan Slaughter. Okay, for the long time, principal trumpet, assistant principal trumpet. Eventually, she moved down to third of the St. Louis Symphony. Now, the St. Louis Symphony was a major symphony, maybe not to the prestige of Chicago or something, but that was amazing. They were doing Mahler, Strauss. They were doing the whole thing. It's not like this regional orchestra by any means. And she was knocking it off, and she did a beautiful job. Now, was she a powerhouse as compared to Herseth, compared to Mel Burrells? No. No. Was she as strong as any of the principal trumpets today? Men? Yes. Okay. Now, she is succeeded, I'm not sure if it was exactly succeeded or not, by another woman named Karen Bliznik. And she's another one. Excellent trumpet player, but not knock the walls down strong. Barbara Butler is another one. She of Rochester, Chicago fame, if you want to call that. Married, significant other of Charlie Geyer for a long time. She's another one. Wonderful, wonderful trumpet player, but not the power of Herseth or Mel Burrells or John Ware. And we can go down the list. Okay. Now, there has been several in the commercial field as well. The one that comes to mind, you know what I'm going to say, is Laurie Frank. Okay, the longtime confidant of Carmine Caruso. Okay, now she was an excellent, excellent musician and a terrific, terrific section player, but she was not knock the walls down strong as in the tradition of Lou Soloff or Conrad Godso or Doc Severinsen or any of the other studio. Now, commercial player, there is more of a premium put on power than in the orchestra, and that's that. Okay, and she just didn't quite, well, not quite, she didn't have the power that the top lead players have. Now, this is also in the solo field. We all know Alison Balson, the blonde European. I mean, she is an exquisite player. It's beautiful to listen to. It's not Maurice Andre. And that's saying a lot. Who is Maurice Andre? But the point is, the power is not like Maurice Andre. The power is not like Doc Schutzer. The power is... Okay? Now, why is that? I don't know, because I'm here to tell you there is no reason for it. With the right equipment and the right compression of tone, there is no reason. All those people that I just said just can't knock the walls down and cover Herseth with power. That is the only reason that I really feel that these women were not elevated to the heights of the men, is the power. As you know, the power and the tone. They're linked, bound at the hip with the power of the tone. Now, you know as well as I do, what makes the trumpet exciting? Yes, the soft lyrical playing is wonderful, and you have to have it. What makes the trumpet exciting is the sparkling, loud, strong upper register that brings the audience to heights and makes you want to, stand up and cheer and all that. And if you don't have that, and somebody else does, they are going to get the first chair every single time. Okay? Now, this has nothing to do with the people that I just talked. I'm sure I made that clear. Nothing to do with their musicianship. They are completely as smart and as intelligent and musically inclined as any of their male counterparts. And I do think, again, Susan Slaughter, in specific, was at least as strong, if not stronger, even though their errors didn't coincide, than of the principal trumpets of today. Okay? I do believe that. But was she as good as Harry Glantz, strong and ascended as Harry Glantz, Herseth, John Ware, Mel Broyles? Katarabek was another hugely strong player. We can go right down the list. No, they weren't. And I'm telling you here, no reason. Women, hear me roar. Pick up your sword and dagger, like Mel Broyles said, and take your place with the men. You can do it. There's no reason we can't have a female Harry James. No reason. That's all there is to it. If you can do that, you got it. Okay? There's my little treatise on feminism for today. Very politically correct, wouldn't you say? Anyway, love you all. Have a great weekend. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables, and we'll talk for sure on Monday. Love you all.